No arrests, no suspects in the death of a Fort Dodge man. And now, as the family approaches the 5-year anniversary, police admit the case is far from a priority. It is a cold case that leaves police in Fort Dodge baffled and a family desperate for answers.
A father of 2 with a dark side disappears without a trace. Aaron Brolbeck has tonight's Iowa cold case.
Greg Howell of Fort Dodge had his demons: crack, cocaine, heroin. And police say oftentimes to pay for his drugs, he'd rob drug dealers. But his family says he never deserved what he got.
We used to snowmobile race. We used to go to Minnesota every Sunday, race drag sleds. He was an excellent racer doing that. Hunting, any kind of hunting, pheasant, deer. I mean, we just had a blast.
Frank Howell remembers the good times with his brother Greg, but he knows his brother had a dark side. Drugs that played Jekyll and Hyde with his personality and probably led to his death.
I told him, I said, you need to slow down. You got a family, you got a good family. You need to grow up, basically. I mean, he wanted to be a kid. He lived a fast life.
It was right around Christmas time in 2005, and Greg Howell had just come back from a big score, driving cross-country to buy methamphetamine in California to sell here.
As far as I know, it did happen. They did score whatever they scored, and they got it back. And from what I've heard on the streets, that it was the high-quality stuff. People were paying double what they pay for around here. Everybody wanted it.
But Howell's family believes he got greedy and stole from the wrong person.
I think he was set up. The last time I saw him, he said he was going to come into a lot of money that night. And I think his friends set him up.
I think he dabbled a little too far into it, and I think he might have stole from the guy that put the money up, and his buddies, his friends set him up, and they offed him, and it's wrong.
Police admit they have nothing. No clues, no witnesses, nothing.
Mr. Howell was with some friends. He had gotten some information or got a call, and he was going to meet another person. The friends do not know who the person is that he went to meet. That was the last time any of his friends or family had seen him.
Howell's family says Fort Dodge police ignored their pleas for help, that the department just wrote off the disappearance as another missing druggie.
Do your job. Do a better job. Do something. We couldn't even get him to come out and take a missing person report. I mean, come on.
We've never been talked to the police department.
Ever. Who do you got to be, It's a person. Don't matter what he did in his time. He was a person. He was my brother. He was a dad. He was a son. I mean, they could at least try.
Without help from police, the family tracked down drug dealers and friends of Greg's. They eventually found his car, but police weren't able to pull any clues from it. So they also tracked down other leads.
Just all the information we got from, whether it be hearsay or just people on the streets that we had to go talk to, walking through quarries for hours at a time. People saying he's buried out here, he's buried over there. I mean, it's pretty hard thinking you're looking for your brother's body.
The family has given up on finding justice. They believe Greg was killed, but they doubt the killer will ever be found. Right now, they just want to find the body. They say Greg paid for all the wrong he did in his life and deserves to rest in peace.
I hope that he is found, and because I think he deserves proper burial, because he was a human just like anyone else. And it would give a lot of people closure.
Well, it's not right, because he's a human being, no matter what he did.
Aaron Brolbeck, Channel 13 News.
And Aaron contacted the Fort Dodge Police Department, the agency that originally handled the investigation. The assistant chief says, quote, "We probably should have tried to dig more." The department also says that as a result of this story, it plans to reopen the investigation into Howell's disappearance.